Man, what's going on, my guys? I just wanted to go ahead and turn on this camera. And first and foremost, say I hope you guys are doing good, man. You know, staying on your journey, you know what I'm saying, and staying out the way. I know a lot of times, we can be on our journey and we might not know exactly why we going through some stuff. You know what I mean? We might be going through something spiritual and we don't have no idea what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of wanted to turn on this camera to really, I'm bad, y'all, I'm sweating out here. It's kind of hot where I'm at. I'm getting ready to go to work, but I wanted to turn on this camera before I head out because something interesting and supernatural happened to me the other night, right? So I was watching this video yesterday, and there was this guy talking about an Ice Spice video, right? And he talked about how a lady said she watched the video, and then the video was Ice Spice with like yellow hair. A guy was praying for her, and she, at the end of the prayer, did she kind of shook her hands and did this little movement. And the dude, he was like a woke prophet, he called himself. And he said, he said that the lady who called him and said she needed help because she watched the video, she said that basically she knew that some witchcraft was done on her. So Ice Spice, in the video, the dude was praying for her, and then she did like some little hand gestures, like shaking off something, and touched her chain. And the woke prophet was like, that was a ritual that she did, that whoever is watching that video, you basically gonna be hexed with witchcraft. So one of the signs that he said was like, you see bugs. If you see bugs around you, it's like creepy crawlers. It's a sign that somebody put witchcraft on you. So like the other day, right, I was at work and it was like a big old bug, like this big, looked like a cockroach on steroids. And it was crawling on my bag, and I was creeped out, right? So I've been watching all these videos, like self-improvement, positivity, being unapologetically yourself, right? Ambition, all these things, right? The power within you. So I've been praying to God, Lord, show me what's going on with me. Why am I being attacked in my mind, right? So I've been on this journey with God, sober as a 4-leaf clover, going to church every Sunday, going to Bible studies as well, and really taking this walk serious, right? So I always heard a pastor like Pastor Darby say, once you really start following God, that's when the real battle begins, like the supernatural battle between the kingdom of light with the kingdom of darkness. So I seen that big old huge cockroach, which freaked me out at work, right? I'm out of my mind at the time. I'm like, what the heck is this? So then another event happens. There's like a guy in the area. He's like driving by, and he's like speeding across this little area that I'm at. Literally speeding across. I go over there. All of a sudden, there's nobody in the car, and then the window's down. And for hours, there's nobody there. So I'm like, where was the guy at who was in this car, right? Kind of going back to this video of like, you never know what you watching. These witches and putting witchcraft on you, right? So I'm watching all these videos a few days ago, then all this stuff happens to me, right? So then I start finding out about like the different principalities that we fight against, like Leviathan, Jezebel, Ahab, Osmodian, Delilah. Well, recently, right, I kept praying to God, like, what is this? What is this that I'm going through? All of a sudden, I find out this name of this principality, demon named Lilith, right? Lilith, I never heard of, right? Supposedly she was the wife of Adam before Eve came along, which I believe only because of this, right? So in the Babylonian culture, there was a goddess, her name was Lilith. So I've been going through this, this mind warfare, right? Psychological warfare lately, where I found myself drifting back into the like I am movement, self-improvement, self-mastery, power dynamics, like self-empowerment, self-mastery, right? And I kept thinking, God, I know doesn't have to do with you, because this is selfish, right? This is all about ambition and me striving and thriving for my own selfish reasons. So all of a sudden, you know, before I seen this video with Ice Spice or whatever, that she has the Lilith spirit, the other night, I'm going behind this building. All of a sudden, right in front of me on the gate, there's an owl. I've never seen an owl face to face, bro. There's an owl on this little gate. And it's just sitting there with its head turned that way. With its head turned that way. It doesn't even want to look at me at first. Then all of a sudden, it like turns and it just looks at me. And I look at it and I'm like, oh shoot, what the? I'm like, it's an owl. So then I look it up what it is, right? Now, of course, this ties into this Lilith spirit, right? She says she's a goddess of self-empowerment, self-improvement, being unapologetically you without apologizing to anybody, redeeming that dark side of you, right? It even says that she's in charge of shadow work, right? How many people do we hear with this like Kundalini serpent energy about shadow work? You know what I mean? Which obviously, if you're in tune to God, you know that that's demon work. You know what I'm saying? So she's in charge of the shadow work, right? So all of a sudden I see this owl, I look it up, I start looking into and praying on it. I start looking into what the heck does this all mean, right? So of course the woke community, the spiritual community, is saying, oh, it's wisdom, it's the death of the old self, it's intuition, right? Seeing through the darkness, like believing in yourself, all of this stuff, right? That falls into this Lilith spirit. So then I look up a prophet and he says it stands for uncleanness, uncleansiness, and it stands for filth, because in the Bible they used to sacrifice children to the owl god, the Moloch god, right? So all of a sudden I see this owl the other night and I'm like, bro, what the? Creeps me out. No, first I'm thinking, oh, this is a sign from God, from the universe, right? I was looking up a new age ex-witch and she said that's how witches talk about the demonic realm. They say the universe, the energy, the vibrations, the frequency, tune into that. You see what I'm saying? So this Lilith spirit, right? I find out she's the owl goddess, bro. She's the succubus spirit, right? I haven't done anything as far as like drink, party, smoke, watch any porn, sleep with any women for the past, like, it's been a minute, right? But this last 100 days, bro, 100 something days, I just been like, this has been the purest I've been with God, right? And I'm not boasting, I'm just saying like how I connected the dots. So then all of a sudden I had watched something on YouTube by accident and it was kind of seductive. That same night, bro, that same night I had a wet dream. All of a sudden I get raped by this like demon succubus, right? And I'm like, what the heck was that? This happened twice in the last 100 days, right? 100 something days. And I was like, what is this? I knew it was a woman. I'm like, what is this? Who is this? What does this demon want with me? So it goes back to that video of the Ice Spice video of like that woke prophet saying, be careful what you watch, because you never know, bro. The demons behind and principalities behind these witches in these videos. Bro, you can watch a video and not even know that by you watching that video, they put a spell on you. They put witchcraft on you. They put a hex on you. They put some voodoo on you, you know, and they wrap it up so good nowadays in like self-improvement. Like this Lilith goddess is like, she's in charge of self-improvement movement. Bro, if you don't believe it, look it up. Look it up on Google. It's going to show you all the characteristics behind Lilith's spirit. She's a goddess and she's a principality. And I was watching some videos yesterday and they said that she's the queen of lust and like abortions and self-empowerment. Basically, you not needing God. You go after what you want, be ambitious, be unapologetically you, don't care what anybody says. And she represents snake energy, right? I kept wondering, like, what is this energy behind a lot of like the semen retention community? Because a lot of them keep saying like mixing Eastern cultures and Hinduism into Christianity. Oh, I'm getting closer to God. But then they say like Kundalini energy, let the energy rise to the top of your head. And I'm manifesting whatever I want, right? Taking out God from the equation. I'm manifesting whatever I want, and I'm tuned into a frequency, and I have good luck all of a sudden, right? All this like superstitious stuff, instead of saying, is God blessing me with this, right? Instead of saying, oh, I hit this many days and this many months or years, that's why I'm winning. They should be saying it's because of God, right? And that's just in my humble opinion. Like, I noticed that. So then I noticed, like, the Holy Spirit was telling me, why do you think you get attacked so much when you practice semen retention? What is semen retention? If you really peel back the layers of the onion, it's the practice of self-righteousness, self-improvement, self-mastery, self-ambition, all tying into this Lilith spirit, right? She's the queen of lust, right? So no wonder why do I have so many wet dreams when I'm practicing semen retention, when I'm following this? Because we're practicing something that's opening that demonic doorway to her without even knowing it. I'm telling you, bro, like, look all this stuff up. I found it very interesting and also kind of odd and weird, because I'm like, dang, the devil is so crafty and deceptive. Like it says, he appears as an angel of light. So I hope y'all having a beautiful, blessed day. I just wanted to go ahead and turn on this camera, give you guys my experience, what I'm going through along this journey, because I was wondering, I'm like, man, I haven't watched anything lustful. I haven't watched anything that I can say that would cause this stuff, except for those 2 times where something on YouTube, I watched a video, it was like a documentary, but then like they showed like a woman kind of half dressed and promiscuous, and then all of a sudden that same night, like literally that same night, the succubus, this Lilith spirit, came and raped me in my sleep, bro. Man, I had a wet dream. So yeah, y'all, be careful, man. I made a video about the shapeshifters too, man. That's real too. We live in a very spiritual realm. The reason why I'm making these videos now is to inspire you that if you don't know God, if you don't know Christ, get close to him in these last days. I believe we in the end times, because they have this machine called CERN, and a lot of like Mandela effects have been going on. And you can see that life isn't the same anymore. Like the weather, even the moon, I was looking at the moon like a few weeks ago. It was like dark orangish yellow, like, come on now. You're going to see signs and wonders in the sky and in the heavens, like the Bible says. But I'll talk about that next time. But y'all be careful, fellas, of this Lilith spirit. It's a succubus spirit, and she comes in your sleep and rapes you. When you indulge in anything lustful, thoughts, if you watch videos, if you anything, because remember this, everything is a portal. You know what I mean? As far as the technology, your eyes are a gate. It's a portal to allow things in, your ears, your mouth, your nose. You know what I'm saying? So I love y'all. I hope you're having a beautiful, blessed day. Like I said, if y'all don't know God, get close to him, and just keep him first, and he gonna pray on it, and he gonna show you the rest of the way.